During the summer months, it's always nice to take a trip to the beach, unless you're on the golf course. In this week's lesson on the links, Travis Kozek asked River's Edge Club pro Eric Granata to show us how to emerge from those pesky bunkers.
Some of the best players in the world are competing in the British Open this week at Royal Lytham in St. Anne's, which features 206 bunkers. And while River's Edge Golf Club here in Alpena only has 34, learning to get out of the sand is still a very important part of the game.
It can be intimidating for a lot of people because it goes against a lot of the things in the golf shot, but if you get good at it, it can actually be the place you'd rather miss a green to because you know you're always going to get the same lie. A couple things when we're coming out of the bunker that I like to see and that need to be done is, the first is we're going to open up our stance and open up the club face a little bit than we normally would. When we set up to this bunker, instead of setting up completely square like we've talked about in the previous lessons, what I like to see people do is, one, take this club face and aim it a little bit to the right. So when I say open it up, we're going to make it aim a little bit to the right. And then we're going to open up our stance and probably have the line of our stance playing aim a little more left. So they're going to kind of offset each other. The second thing I like to see is when we're set up to this shot, we need to have speed to go through this shot, and we need to hit behind the ball. So I've got two lines drawn here, and the one's just about an inch behind the ball, and that's about where I want to enter the sand at, because that's going to get the ball to pop out of the sand. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to play this a little bit further up. This ball is going to be played off my left heel, and that's going to allow me, one, to hit behind the ball a little bit to get that ball out, but also to create some extra loft to get the ball to pop out of the sand. So for this drill, what I like to see people do is just kind of hover that club over the back line, swing the club, and hit that back line and cover up the front line. Once we get to the golf ball, what you'll find is that golf ball comes out nice and soft.
Well, they don't call it a sand trap for nothing. If you can learn to get from here to up here in one shot, you'll be shooting lower scores in no time. For Channel 11 Sports, I'm Travis Kozek.